Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. Today we're gonna do something that I think is kind of clever. Well, my title anyway. Head to shoulders instead of something else, right? But seriously, it is from the top of my head unto my shoulders. This area right here. The devices that I do use, my favorite ones, okay? Or that I would use, which is the last one. And we're gonna start with the hair, since that's what's on the top of my head. And I want to tell you that this portion of the video is being sponsored by Zuvi Halo Hair Dryer. Let's get into that so that you guys can learn all about this Dyson looking hair dryer. Now I'm gonna turn this on so you can hear how relatively quiet this thing is, but also I wanna show you something. Doesn't that look like a CD when you turn it, okay? And I thought, it's a gimmick. But then I went down the rabbit hole and started studying this and the technology behind it, because I thought, come on, Allure Beauty gave this an award. It can't be a scam. What this does is it dries your hair like the sun would. So you know how like when you use your hair dryer, it heats up your hair really hot. For years I have used a NIRA hair dryer. I have to make sure that I get it cut every 6 weeks because the hair dryer is damaging my hair. Well, there's other reasons, of course, but the hair dryer makes my hair look damaged really quickly. And yet I need to use the hair dryer to style it. You guys might remember that a while back I had a hair dryer that has like bristles on it. And I used that until I got to the point where I could actually use a real hair dryer and a brush to style my hair. The light technology actually dries your hair on the surface. It's not damaging your hair. And I went down the rabbit hole, like I said, to research the light technology because I thought that is not really a thing. Zuvi's Halo hair dryer is unique as it uses infrared light rather than traditional convection heat. The light care technology that is patented by them is the first of its kind and has been developed to minimize energy usage and hair damage. It dries the water from the surface of the hair rather than frying the entire follicle, avoiding overly drying the inside of the hair. And that's a process that normally frays the cuticle structure. It's less hot than a conventional hair dryer, claiming to mimic the light of the sun. Halo is also less loud than a standard hair dryer, less burning, and what you're watching is all the information of all the testing that this thing has been through on their website, and you can see it all if you go there. Also, there's some pretty unique stats that doesn't normally come with a hair dryer there. I encourage you to go to their website after you've finished watching this video to learn all about it and make the decision for yourself based on what you've seen here and what you see there. I took my NIRA hair dryer and put it on the scale to see what it weighs, because while the weight isn't really enough to be bothersome for the length of time I personally dry my hair, I did notice a substantial difference in weight when I first picked up this Halo. This would be enough to matter to somebody like my high school BFF who probably needs to hold the hair dryer for at least 20 minutes in order to get her hair dry. The big factor for me personally is the heat itself, since that's how I'm hurting my hair. So I decided to lay them on the counter and let a thermometer tell me the real story. That in itself is kind of a hard thing to do while holding a phone, but here goes. The Halo will get up to about 111, but I couldn't hold out that long because if you look to the right, you'll see my NIRA is what's keeping the Halo from going off the countertop since it's so lightweight, and my other hand's already holding a thermometer. So it does get the job done with a reduction of about 50 degrees than my NIRA. Yeah, you've got care, fast, soft, and style are your settings, and you can hold in this button then for a cool shot. So when you turn this on to use it, what I do is I start out with this on care, because care is a softer, not as fast, and I do about 80% to get my hair dry. Soft would be if you just wanted like low setting. You've got these attachments and they are magnetic and they go on very easily. This is for sensitive hair, so it kind of blocks the center and disperses it out so that if you have a sensitive scalp, this is just further protection for it to make sure that you don't, burn your scalp. It disperses the air out this way. It comes with a diffuser, which of course I don't need. And then of course we have the one I use, which is this cone. And I like it because it's so wide and thick. It's just better than my other hair dryer. If you have thick, curly, long hair, I don't know that this is faster, but if you have hair like mine, where it's thin and it's very short, I can do my whole hair in 3 minutes and 19 seconds because I put the stopwatch on it, and that's how long it took. I really love this hair dryer, and it's pricey. I'm going to tell you that. It's an investment. Is it worth the investment? If you are the kind of person who blow dries your hair every single day, then yes, I think it will help you as far as your hair being damaged. I used to never use a hair dryer. I used to just let my hair air dry, but I don't anymore. I would now that I have used this and seen how soft my hair is, how much better my hair feels. I mean, it's incredibly soft. When I use my NUMI hair dryer, I have to go in with oils and shine and everything else because my hair looks fried, but it doesn't with this. Now we're going to move into skincare devices, and I want to say that like all devices, every device, if you don't use it, it will not work, okay? And this one I've been talking about since the dawn of time, or, since pretty much the beginning of my channel here. This one here was the one where it all started. This is my second one. I treated the first one with such disregard, and they were kind enough to replace it. And I've talked about these two devices to the point that for a while there anyway, I think I was pretty synonymous with Trophy Skin. They even used to have me in the banner of their website. These both do the same thing. They're both microdermabrasion. I'm more of a manual microdermabrasion person than I am a chemical one. This one has an extra feature that it will do. I like the mirror on it better than I like this one. It's more compact than this one, but I love using both of them, so it just depends whether or not this needs charged or not, whether or not I will get this one. Just know they both do microdermabrasion. This one's here is called the MicrodermabrasionMD. This one is the UltraMD. I use both of them to exfoliate my face with diamonds, crushed up diamonds. I'm scraping my face off with this. Some things that people ask to send me, I just don't believe in the technology. I just don't think it's really going to do anything, or it's not worth my time. It has to be worth my time because time is what these devices take. If you're not going to devote the time to use them consistently, then don't even do it, okay? Because it's not going to work. One of the things that I do believe in, and I have been talking about this forever, 6 years ago I did a video on why light therapy, specifically red light therapy, is something that actually does work. NASA is actually who discovered this. You can read all about it on the NASA website. They were using red light therapy to try and grow plants on the space station. Okay? When they noticed that the workers that were working around it, they were experiencing side effects, like they were getting younger looking, like they weren't in pain when they had previously been in pain. So then they're like, hold up a second, I think we're onto something here. I am doing Mary's translation, of course, of all of this. So anyway, they basically started using it medically to get stem cells going, pain for chemotherapy and cancer patients. And this was working like in 90% of the cases. And so they went, whoa, this is really great. After that, dermatologists were like, you know what we can do? We can use this too. Dermatologists have successfully been able to help boost collagen levels, diminish fine lines, and I don't mean deep ones, I mean fine ones, okay? Fine lines and wrinkles and age spots, and they can do all of that at the dermatologist's office. And so then they were like, commercially, people are coming out with these systems. So because of that, I don't really think I need to rehash all of that. It's a proven thing. It actually does work. If they offer a service in the dermatology office, then I think it's something that you can get behind. But do the home devices work? That's the question. Does that microdermabrasion machine work as well as the ones in? Well, no, of course not. We're not professionals. But with consistent use, you can get great results with those items. A long time ago, I got introduced to this mask. Hold the trolley. Pertinent information that I'm sure you already know, but nevertheless has to be conveyed because
it is unlawful to withhold pertinent information.
Every one of these masks was sent to me by the company. I did not purchase any of them. If you use any of the links below the video, I might or may not. I have both in there, but I may make money. But you may also find some codes down there that will help you.
Go back to doing what you were doing.
A long time ago, I got introduced to this mask. It has a plug. You have to plug in. It ranges anywhere from, I think, $60 to $120 or $150. This mask has 150 LED lights in it. There is no infrared that I can tell. I did write the company because I couldn't find that information anywhere. I would think if your mask had near infrared, that'd be something you would be advertising. So I can't find that this mask does, which, you know, near infrared is going to get down deeper still. Let me show you this little picture here. I'm going to put that picture in this video so that you can see what I'm talking about with the wavelength. So near infrared is going to get way down there, way down deep. It's going to cause ATP to happen. And what is that? Well, that's that energy, okay, that's needed inside the cells. And we're not going to do a health lesson here and talk about mitochondria, although I did teach that when I was in x-ray school for a little side money. I had a side hustle going there to teach medical terminology and A&P, which is anatomy and physiology, and the cell structure and how the cells work. Really, I loved that. Never mind. Anyway, the point is that near infrared will get down there and excite things up a little bit. It makes ATP happen. And red light gets down deep, but see all of these little spectrums, which none of them are bad, okay? This is not the UV spectrum we're talking about here. This mask here really doesn't have the capability of getting down that deep. I would think to see some results with this, you would need to do what I was doing way back long time ago when I got it, and that would be to be doing it every single night for the rest of your life. But anyway, this is a 10-minute thing. You put it on. It has all these different colors, so it's not just red. It's got blue, green, you know, purple, the whole shebang of color spectrum is in this mask. You have to stay tethered to the outlet though if you're going to use it, and for me it has it over Trophy Skins, which is where I started. Trophy Skin make a shield that you sit in front of or lay down under, and I didn't like that thing at all. All right, the masks, they appealed to me. So this is where I started, and now we'll talk about the other three that I have. I've done a couple of videos where I've talked about OnmiLux. OnmiLux is the company that a lot of dermatology offices have their pro machines in their offices, and I've done a couple of videos on the contour before. I think everybody's goal is to shoot to be like OnmiLux. It has this neck and décolleté mask. It has the face mask. The face mask has two straps on it, so it can get closer to your face. This mask and the one I'm going to show you after it are very comparable. This and the next mask both make décolleté and neck thing. They both have the mask that goes on your face. They have the same specs, except the OnmiLux has, let me look here, 66 LED lights that emit both red and near infrared. It's got the two wavelengths of 33 nanometers and near infrared 830, which is right where you have to be. They're both 10-minute masks. You can use them 3 to 5 times a week. They both have the same intensities. The OnmiLux is the one I've had the longest. I love everything about this system. There is one con about this, and it's the same thing that makes this a pro, okay, is these straps on the back. When I put this mask on and I strap both of these straps down, yes, it is very close to my face, but because of how long my nose is and how bony it is right here, it hurts, and it's red for a little bit afterwards. This and the next two masks that I'm going to talk to you about are all FDA cleared, and they're around the same price range. This mask here is $3.95. I'll put the prices for both here somewhere so that you can see those. This one by Current Body is the one I was referring to when I was comparing it to the OnmiLux. It is cheaper. It's $380. And the difference between the two is in the bulbs. That's it. Everything else is pretty much the same as far as specs go. So this one has 49 LED lights that emit both red and near infrared. They're in that same sweet spot with the spectrums that actually produce the results. They're both 10 minutes. They also have the neck mask, which they didn't send me. This one here just has the one strap, and I've heard people say, well, the con with this is that this can't get as close to your face. Sort of. It depends on where you put the strap. I find it's not that far away from my face. It's not sitting directly on it, but if it's more important to you to get it the closest to your face, then adjust where these straps go on the back. If you reach to the back of your head and you feel around, you're going to find at the back of your head, about this level right here, is a bump. That little bump back there at the back of your head is called the inion. If you take this strap and you bring it down on that bone or above it, it will adjust how close and how far away the mask is from your face. Okay, so just putting that out there. This mask sent me down a rabbit hole. Why are they sending goggles? OnmiLux did not send any goggles. I understood why a long time ago Trophy Skin sent the goggles, but why are they sending me these goggles with this mask if I can walk around and do stuff and not have them on? That sent me down a little bit of a learning path to find out, do you need goggles with red light therapy masks like this one? And the answer is pretty much no. But they provide them just in case you're scared about it. You can put these on and put this on and lay down and keep your eyes closed. What I got from all three places, because I reached out to all of them and asked them, because OnmiLux is the only one who didn't send me goggles. I'm like, why aren't you sending goggles? Other people do. And they're like, you don't really need them, but if you really want them, then we can send you a pair of goggles. I'm like, all right. The general consensus about these goggles is you don't really need them unless you just want to. Or if you have some kind of a sensitive eye light situation going, maybe you want to use the goggles. This mask here is different from the other two. Even the LEDs are different. The LED modules have 3 chips in each one of the LEDs. It has 66 with 3 LEDs in each one, totaling 198. Also, in addition to that, there are 20 infrared diodes, 20 of them. Okay, infrared diodes, and with these, the number of usable LEDs then is 218. This one here goes for 20 minutes instead of 10. And I did look into this a little bit because the way my brain works, what 20 minutes says to me is that it's not as strong. It doesn't work as well as the other masks and needs longer time, because the others shut off after 10 minutes. And for the NIRA lights, it might be better to go longer since there's less of them. I don't know. Ask your dermatologist if you really want to know the answer to that. But I did go ahead and ask Aduro, why 20 minutes? And they said, because it's the ultimate amount of time for light therapy to work. And I thought, well, that was short and sweet. But I didn't feel like calling the Netherlands to actually speak with them on the phone, so instead I called OnmiLux and asked them why 10 minutes. And I was told that that was just the time their devices are set to go off. People are in a hurry. But if you want, you can just press it again and go for 20 minutes. It's perfectly safe.
It's perfectly safe.
You're going to have to make your own decision about which mask applies the best for your situation and what you want. But I'm going to tell you, because I know you're going to ask me, this is the mask that I use the most because I am concerned about the whole hyperpigmentation thing. I use this for its green light. This seems like a good spot to throw this info up here. I got this off the Aduro website, and since I'm telling you that, I just want to let you know there's a ton of nice information up there on their website. They've done a really good job for those who want to learn. Anyway, I know that many of you don't care about this and don't want a huge lesson in light spectrums and what does what in this video, so just skip ahead if you want to bypass all of this, but I'm going to leave it on the screen for a full minute since I know what happens if you try to pause and read something on YouTube. So I'm still using the red light, but I am using this more. I'm using green light on here, and sometimes I will use the other settings. This has 11 different light therapies in it. For me, this is over and above because I don't just get the red and the near infrared. This is a more bendable kind of silicone and hurts my nose not at all. The others still do. And when I first got this mask, I thought, how cheap are these things? But they're actually the most comfortable. You just put this on. I can even do this over my glasses if I wanted to, which sometimes I do so I can read. And the funny part is, this is the one that I was thinking was going to be my least favorite, that it was probably not as good. And it turns out that I like this one the best. If you aren't interested in all the other light spectrums, then possibly one of the other two is going to work out the best for you. The last device I've not even used yet. That's where the or would use from the title comes in. This one here is a journey that we're going to go on together. So NIRA reached out to me and they said, hey, we'd like to send you our devices. But right now I have the Precision. They just came out with another one that is on its way to me. It's the Pro. I will use the Precision in certain areas and I will use the other one. I really want to try it out here. I want to see if it's going to make a difference on the back of my hands. So definitely the Pro is getting used here. I don't know which areas I'm going to do what yet, but I will be using for the next 90 days, I'm going to be using the NIRA lasers on my face to see, does it really work? Look at this lineup on their YouTube channel. Of course I said yes, because I've seen these three ladies here and I trust what they say. So I have to know for myself. What's it gonna do? And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Which thing are you the most excited about? Which thing do you like the best, or do none of them apply to you? I really like to hear from you below. I'll have all the links down below. If I have any codes for you, they'll be down there as well. If you use the links to purchase any of these things, thank you very much. You help keep the lights on around here. I want to let you know before I run out of here that you guys are the best part of the Fritzy family, and that if you're not having a blessed day, the way you get one is to be a blessing to somebody else. And until next time, love you, see ya, bye, and I'm out.
Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. What, am I doing something evil? I'm pretty sure evil people don't make that face. They go, maybe if they're a rabbit. Oh, and the closest that you can get to the face, the more pores and everything else you can see. So the general, I want to let you know before we scooch. What's this? I'm running. It's scooching. I'm scooching.